Oh shit, nope.
Oh. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Well, you guys can see my screen?
No, I currently cannot.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome
Yep.
in. That's why I did it a little bit early so I could get this shared.
You can't do it.
All right. Never did it in chat before. I usually did it on my Facebook page.
You got thicker?
I can see your screen now.
Can you? Okay, great. There we go. So I figured it out. I am
Yeah.
also trying to record this, so I'll put it in out there and send a link in here for the people that couldn't make it. So it looks like we got a lot of people already joined here. Most everybody's here already. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I want to go over the actual Facebook page first. Strike Force starts page and show you some of the stuff here. Up here, you can go here to instructional videos. I don't know if you've looked and watched any of them yet, but that's a good spot to go and some videos. It's set up for singles or whatever, but you can. It's still the same concept. I still got to make some for doubles here yet. You can also pay your dues here. You can go here, um, and score sheets and bylaws. You can click there, and there's your leagues right here. So we can go to that real quick. Here's your. You can click on that, and it has your uh, schedule right here. So I'm gonna go back. You can also go down here, instructional videos, pay your dues, and scoring application. We're gonna go there. Um, Anybody else have any questions about the web page? I'm sure everybody's been on it already. No? Okay, I'm going to go to the score sheet real quick. Um, Everybody had a chance to look at the score sheet? Yes?
Be honest.
Yeah, be honest. Well, everybody here, this is how this is set up for doubles. Doubles is a lot different, and especially with neutralizer, it's going to be a lot different for everybody here. And I've tried to do it before, and some people just can't grasp it. But once you get it, it's not going to be hard at all. If you can see the game numbers up here on game one, and then it goes to game seven, you see how that works there. But I've got this set up where you can play all your doubles matches first. If you follow the game one, game two, game three, and so on this score sheet, you play those games first, and then you guys can split the doubles out, and then you can actually go in and play your singles matches. I don't know if you can, so you can go in and you're going to be in the Strike Force group chat on the Granboard place, so you'll be right there. So you can just go ahead, back out, split the doubles up, and then go back in as singles and play your singles matches. Once you sign in as player one, you're going to stay player one throughout the whole match. Player one will be corking, and they'll cork every match. Player one will be corking every match except even in game seven. You can have game seven cork, and then just push the button for player two to start. You see that yellow up there? That's the only game for cricket. It's going to actually start out with a player two. So in neutralizer, you're going to have to also start out at the higher your handicap, the lower handicap person will get points off the 501 and or marks in cricket. And you see the SS right here? That's your starting score. I'm going to show you where to get that in a minute on the scoring application, but that's where you're going to enter for all your crickets whoever has a higher score is going to say how many marks you get in cricket. You can put 0 for, say, home as a higher one, 0 there, and then visitor may get 3 or 4, or depending on your handicap. And once a lot of you are new, so you're going to be, most of the first week's going to be straight up, unless somebody is actually an ADA member and has a neutralizer handicap. Um, you may have to give them marks because they're going to have you're going to start out at the highest handicap on the first week until you get an established neutralizer handicap in there. So don't be surprised when you go in there, if you have somebody actually who's an ADA member and then they have a neutralizer, you have to give them marks. But after you process it, your scores in the scoring application, and then it gets approved, then you're going to have an established handicap. You can also put your name in there and you circle who won. Each cricket game, every player put their MPR in once the game's over. The home team's going to be the actual one doing the scoring, but the visitor team, I would also keep score so you can keep track, and then you kind of match your score sheets up. But the home team's responsible, and everybody should have the Grand Player app also downloaded, because if you ever come into it, you get done and the screen disappears, or something happened, you can always go in the Grand Player app and it'll show you a history of every game you just played. So you can actually go back and then update your score sheet here. Make sure you write down how many hat tricks and eye marks in cricket. 01, you can make sure you have hat tricks and then your ton 80s as well. Any questions on the score sheet? As you see,
No, just I just wanted to mention one thing, Wayne, to everybody's because the first time that I played in this league, it's hard to keep up with the score sheet as you're playing sometimes, right? And I wanted to mention to everybody, don't forget that you can, on your Grand Player app, you can go to history. If you accidentally forget something like a ton 80 or a 3 in the black or whatever, it is in your history in Grand Player, so you can go back and I want to make sure everybody knows that, But sorry,
Good point.
Go ahead.
Good point. And also, and the big thing I did, well, neutralizer is going to be a little different than playing open. It's really easy to count your in 501. When you're playing your 501, you just look at, as soon as the game ends, you look at how many rounds were left, or how many rounds were played. Say you went 7 rounds, but the first round was because you corked and the other person had to take their points off. That's how you're going to do it. And then they're going to push the button back if you won the cork. If not, they're going to take it, points off, push it back to you, and then you're going to send it back to the one who won the cork. But you're going to not count those 3 darts, and then you just look at say you did that, you went from, the round 1, you use that to do the cork and take the points off. You start round 2, you have player 1 started out, so you're going to, they're going to go in and play, and then player 2, and player 1 starts, you went 7 rounds, so you really went 6 rounds. This is just hypothetically 6 rounds, so first player went 6 rounds, and the second player only went 5 rounds. So you're gonna, if you go out in 2 darts and you went 6 rounds, which is only 5, so that'd be 12, and if you threw 2 darts, it'd be 13, 14 for you, and then they only went 5 rounds, so that would be 15. I believe now I kind of messed it up myself now. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You just count the rounds. You went 7 rounds. First person went. You count the darts. You went, say, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, but you threw 2 darts in the 7th round. So the home away team only threw 5 rounds, which is 15 darts, and then you threw 17 darts. That's how I'm trying to say. I hope you understood that. It's actually easy once you start playing it. So I'm hoping I'm trying to explain it right. But that's the challenge in playing neutralizer, is trying to keep the count of the darts. Some people mark them down, or how many rounds. But the big thing is, look up at once you finish, whoever won, look at how many rounds it is, because it'll go away. And again, it'll be in the Grand Player app if you need it. So I hope I didn't confuse anybody. All right. Any questions on the score sheet? Where we get the starting score, that'll be next. I already logged in. I just grabbed the first person. I got Stephanie's here. This is where you're going into scoring application and you log in. Everybody should have already actually logged in. Um, when you go in here, you're going to go to match play. You define who's the starting scorers are. You're not singles. You can go to doubles here. Okay, and this you're gonna if you have more than one league going on, you'd have them listed here. But you're gonna select this division. This 102 is yours, and then you come up here. This is the different your players here. You can actually play ahead. You can switch weeks here by clicking up on top. But if you on week one, we're going to go ahead and continue. And this is where you're going to select who goes first. Whoever's on the sheet that's going first, you're going to select that. And whoever's going second, you're going to select that here. And then you're going to have to find out with the away team who's going first and who's going second. Just select that and you set it up that way. And then you start the match. Over here, you're going to see there for cricket, see that 0 marks, 0M is marks. And this is going to be your handicap over here right after your name. Right now, because you're brand new, you're both zeros. You're all zeros. So this is going to be a straight up match. You can play even up until you get a handicap. And once you fill it all out, you can put the NPR over here. Now, this ACH here, now this is where you click on that. If on the score sheet, they get a round of 9, 3, 9, or a hat trick, you're going to just click the up button right there. See that right down there? It has 1. So you got one of those and a hat trick there. Make sure you select the person that you're doing it for when you do this. And if on the score sheet, say Stephanie here, you can change it. See how it switches there? And that'll add up. And once you're done, you can click save game here. You can put home or away, of course, who won first, and then put your NPRs in, put your ACH, your achievements is what they call it, and then make sure they're in there, and then you click save game, and up in the upper right corner, you're going to go to the next game right here, and it's going to have the same thing here. Game 2 is cricket, and this is going to coincide with the score sheet that you have, starting from the top going to the bottom. You're going to play your games out of order according to the score sheet, but once you go in here, it should all match up. Cricket 01, so on and so forth. So they all match up on the score sheet itself. Um, right here, you're going to start here with 01. It shows the players here. He's going to have the starting score. See, there's your handicap. There's nothing there, but I'm going to fix that. That should be 501 starting score, but that's what you're going to have right here. I'm going to fix that in there. That should be 501. But you're all going to have 501 scores, not 301. I'm glad I saw that. And you're going to put that on the score sheet. You make sure the opponent, your visitor team knows that, give them the starting scores so they know. So this, all your cricket games, you look up the first one, all the cricket games are going to be the same. Now the 01 scores, they may be different once you get, because when you're playing one-on-one, it may change depending on your handicap. So you got to look up each one of those in here and put that on the score sheet for your singles matches. Okay? And that's the big thing about putting that in on the score sheet. And once you get to game 11, after you put all your stuff in, you're going to see right down here, once you click save game, on the bottom is to say finalize, and it's going to look, it's kind of a page come up, you can look at it and make sure everything's in there, and it'll say something about an extra point. There's no extra point, they take that out. So just make sure all your games are in there correctly, and then you click finalize. You're going to click finalize 2 times, and then go into the system. And then we're going to have, I forgot to mention, Wayne Almagier, I think that's how he's going to be assisting in this, so he can learn the neutralizer, how that works. And we also have Ginger. She's going to be the one processing. And once you go in here, she should be in here too. I don't know if she's in or not, but she'll be processing your games, and then she'll be taking pictures and showing you, what game's been processed, and make sure just as something to help you out to keep track of, so we don't fall too far behind. Any questions? No? That's basically really what I really had. Is I want to make sure that you can get in here. Watch these videos, instructional videos. I try to do them the best I can. Here's how to fill out neutralizer score sheet. That's the same thing, but it's doubles for you guys. You can watch that. And this kind of shows you how to look at also the different. Let's abort this. If you make a mistake, go in and abort it. League standings. Let's go over that real quick. You're not going to have anything in here right now, but you select the division, and you can go in here and check your standings of your match, see where you're standing at. This is where the schedule's at. Also, you can look at. We also have it on the website, but this is different weeks, so you're going to be playing. Okay, and then member of the week is here. We don't have anybody that whoever has the most points because the system figured out points for each week. But standings right here, there's not going to be anything in there yet because we haven't played anything. It'll show how many games you are, and then once we get going, I'll show you underneath your name. It will have a number and a slash, and then another number under your name. The first number is going to be the week you played, and the second number is how many games you won. So underneath your name, it'll show you what week you played. If you played 1 and 3, 2 won't show up till you get a process. Or if there's a bye, it won't show up. And you don't pay for buys in this league. So underneath your name, when you go to standings here, it'll show you week 1. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? Something showed up. There we go. Well, it finally came in. See underneath your names, it'll show you points per week. You see this points per week? That's what you get. First number will be a 1 and a slash and how many games you won. And the total points, you get a point for each win.
Wayne, I think one of the biggest things we got to make sure everybody, and I know there's not a lot of people on this call, but we need to make sure everybody switches their Granboard to point per dart, right? So 100%.
100% today, yeah.
Instead of 80%. So
right, 100% because we count all the darts.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Thanks for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
It.
It might be something we put in the chat too before everybody starts next week. Just a reminder because a lot of people play at 80%.
Right. Well, and
okay.
I appreciate that. And I'm gonna put this video out on so we can in the chat there too. I don't know if they can watch, but I hope I did confuse everybody on the counting because I tried to explain it. And what I'm trying to think how to do it is, and trying to explain is two different things. But it's all about rounds and times 3 and who threw the last dart, how many they threw, and you can figure it out by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it depends on who starts first. And you're gonna have to push the button after the cork, depending on who won the cork, and whoever has the lowest handicap gets points.
But every week before we play our rounds, because this is my first time playing the neutralizer one, so every week we'll come here to the ADA, right?
Right.
To get our points.
Right. You got marked down on the score sheet who gets what. All the cricket games will be the same, and you got to find out from the opponent team who's going to be going first.
Yep.
So then you can fill that in, and then the 0-1 games. Make sure you look up each one of those because it may be different, but you know what I mean, because of the handicap may change each week.
So that's what I was going to ask you, Wayne, on this. Do you go in? So you go into ADA, and then all cricket games are the same, and then all point per dart handicap is the same, right, for the whole week?
Right. I mean, the cricket games are going to be the same because they're the same 4 people. They're all going to be the same. They're not going to change throughout the match. But the 0-1, the one singles matches, they may change from week to week because of the way you play at it, because it takes your, you know, how many darts and it calculates it.
Right. But for each week, you can go on ahead of time, print your or fill out your handicap on your score sheet for that match, and you're good to go, right? You can fill out each game.
You can't do it ahead. You have to because you have it changes once it process. Week 1, everybody's will change. You put week 2 in, then everybody's going to change again. It may not change much, but you know what I mean. But you just you got to keep do it right before. Once you set up the match, then you can probably pull it out and say, okay, send your opponent a message, say, hey, can you play this time or this day or what day can you play? And then I'd go in and then pull it then and then say, okay, well, who's going first? And then you can write it down.
Okay.
Right before the match, you can double check it if you need
Hey, so when you click on our league on Strikeforce Darts, it's asking for a password, and a lot of people have been wondering about that. What do we do there?
That's just your sign up league. I shut that down.
You shut it down.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
just a
that's
sign
what I
up.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I put once I'm done with something, I left it there right here. Yeah, but I put a password. That's just for the sign up, and I put a password on it because we're done with that. Again, I use that your sign up information to create the Facebook mess, but it was hard. I didn't have anybody in there. I couldn't find a lot of the names are the same, but y'all took care of that for me. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's nothing. I'll probably just take that off here shortly.
That's what I want to make sure that everybody knows how to get into the league too, right? Now that
Right.
because now that you are locking that up, did you already go over that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we went over the leagues right here. You can come here and take a look right here. You see this?
Yeah.
You can look at that there, and that your schedule will be here. And then you also can go down here and for paying dues, you can click here. I forgot to show you that. Go down to 101. I should have it pinned in the chat, but if you not, you just click on pay dues, go down to 101, and then wait a minute, that's wrong. You guys are 102. I got to put 102 on there.
That's what I did the first time I played one. Is I printed out like 15 copies of the score sheet, and I wrote down the league number at the top of each one.
Well, looks like I might have to add 102 to this. I can do that real quick. I think we have 102 because you guys paid dues, right?
Everybody
Yeah,
paid dues.
there
So
you
yeah,
are. There you are.
yeah.
There we go. Now we're on there. 102 is there. That's how easy that goes. So there you go. 102. There you go. And you pick the week, of course. You all figured that out. And we do have a bias. So all the gray spots are bias.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think we're good. And Brenton, Jody, Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm good. I think I've got. Where is the score sheet at?
I've
Where do
put
you
the score
where?
sheet in there, but also yes, I forgot score sheet bylaws right there. Open score sheet playoffs. Here's your open short score sheet for doubles.
We're doing neutralizer, so neutralizer score sheet doubles. That's the new one, right? Yep.
Yes, I got to actually open score sheet doubles. Let me put this is neutralizer. I got to go playoffs. I think I got to put doubles in here.
It go down, Wayne. It's right there at the bottom right. Is that the correct one?
Uh, let me check. It is. See, that is
Yeah.
success. It is the correct one.
Okay, so that's the one we need to print out.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what worked for me, man. I did an open, not a neutralizer, but I just printed out a bunch of copies ahead of time and filled out the top part and with everybody I was playing based on the schedule, and then it was done.
Right.
You know?
I didn't have much room because this was a 2-page document, and I actually played a doubles league, and I said I've never played a doubles league, and I was like, oh my god, it was difficult. So I said, nope, I got to change. And that's what part of this is too. So if you have any changes you think that'll help or whatever, go ahead and don't hesitate to send me a message or something because that's how this all works. I mean, communication is key to this, especially when we're not all in one spot. And it's been evolving for the last few years, and it's coming to a spot where we're at right now. This neutralizer, this is going to be interesting. I hope we all get through it, and I'd like to run some more of these, for people. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and I put it 2 pages to one, in which I've squeezed it in there, so and it seems to work. So you just follow your game, match 1, 2, 3, and then once you go into scoring, the top will, it'll go right in as you go start from the top, go to the bottom. Okay.
Sounds
Is there a
good.
reason there's a yellow on
Yeah,
game 7
that is
on the cricket?
for the only game that player 2 starts.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting.
I mean, we've done it 2 ways. You can decide beforehand, does player 1 still cork, and then whoever wins, you go to player 2, or you know what I mean, and start. Or you can hit the button and then go to player 2 and have them cork. Most of the time, we just had player 1 cork and then have player 2 start.
Hey, I was going to ask one more thing because we're doing this, the doubles on here, and I didn't play doubles last time. So, in our in our bullshooter leagues, on the singles games, they're handicapped, and it's player 1 and player 1 are the two that are shooting the best that day. But this is not that way, right, Wayne? This is
No,
based on player 1. Okay, that's
this
what I
this
want to make.
this is standard. You're going to get the same your player 1 throughout the whole match.
The whole match. Yep.
Yes. Once you assign yourself player 1, you're player 1 through the whole match.
Yep.
And player 2, of course. But as you can see through it, you can see player 1, player 2. In the singles, it'll tell you 501 singles, who's home, player 2 in game 11. Game 10 is player 1 against player 1.
Yeah.
And then 701 is game 6. So the big thing is you get all your doubles out of the way. That way you don't have to keep backing out and then breaking the doubles up and going back in. So that's one of the things we came up with playing these doubles thing. So it helps out the play anyway, especially on the Granboard.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying we don't have to play them in that any specific order? We could do all the double crickets and all the double. Is that what you're saying?
That's yeah. You can do that if you want. But this is the way we got it set up right now where you can play. Yeah, you can play all the crickets you want, but you see the game, it worked out the best
Yeah.
for you
Yeah.
switch one cricket and then you play some doubles and then you go to cricket
Yeah.
again. But you're not really backing out and breaking apart. You just select whoever's home. They're going to be the ones pushing who's going to play the next game, and you don't have to back all the way out either. You just select 501 and then move. Play that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
So you can play.
Yeah, if you look at the game,
yeah.
the game number, so it starts at game 1, and then you'll see the second one down is game 7. So you'll go to right there. You go to game 2, which is 01. So you go cricket, then 01, then cricket, and then so on and so forth.
And when I do it, I just put a line through it. You're gonna write it in anyway too, but I put a line through it so I know where I'm kind of looking, so I don't have to keep looking. But you can do whatever you want. Circle, and then you circle the winner. At the end of each match, you can have NPRs for each person. Make sure you put them in the correct spot.
And the 501s are easy in double out or easy in, easy out?
This one is open in, open out, isn't
it? Not?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Full bull.
Oh, okay.
Full bull, open in, open out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's full bull?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Neutralizer.
Like it.
Yes.
So it'll be the same as the PPD one that we're playing and all that. It's everything's open.
Yeah, I know I need to figure out how to set my on my 501. I have to figure out how to set it to 100%. I've been trying to figure it out, but I haven't spent too much time figuring it out.
Oh, go to your Granplay or your Granboard app.
Yeah.
And then on the home page, did you get that? You said you figured it out or no?
No, I haven't figured it out yet. I've played with it for a little bit. I couldn't figure out where you actually change it at. It's in the Granboard app, not the Granboard.
Go to your Granboard app, and right on the homepage of your Granboard app, you select My Page, and in the bottom right corner is where you change that from 80% to 100%.
You're also going to have to go into your online settings and make sure you put full bull on there. when you go to online, select the little darts thing before you go online. I think it should be a dart thing on the right side, and tells you what formats you want to play. Make sure your
Yeah.
formats are open in, open out, and full bull,
Right.
and
Right.
501.
And each player on your team needs to set to 100%.
Right.
So, hey, Wayne, did you already give the password for the online, for the page on Granboard?
Yeah, that's it's 9876. That's in that
Okay.
pinned message I said here. Make sure you log in and all that. And log into
Okay.
it's on there in case everything that's important is pinned. So, but it's
Perfect.
9876 is what it is.
Are you guys cool on that, Jody? Have you ever gone into a closed page? What do you call it?
No, I've never done a lobby game. I always just do open lobby.
Okay. Yeah, if you go when you go in there, find the Strike Force one, and
Right.
it works out well.
Yes.
So do I go? So I go into tournament. So do you click tournament or
No, you go
No.
to online, just like you're going to play somebody online, and then
okay.
instead of the open, you go into lobby.
Oh, okay.
And
Excellent.
you can do a search for SF darts.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And then once you get in there, it'll ask you for the password. It's 9876.
All right.
And that's a lot easier than finding people in open lobby.
Yeah. I'm in the board app right now, trying to figure out how to reset to 100%. What were you saying?
So when you first log into your Granboard, right on the very open page, it says My Page, the green.
Oh yeah. Okay, there it is.
Yep. Click that.
Ah, there it is. That little
Bottom
clicker
right.
in the bottom.
Yep.
There it is. Okay, and that's the only thing you got to do is to set it to 100.
Yep.
That's it.
Excellent.
And then once you get online, make sure you set your games. Otherwise, they're going to go in there and they'll be double out if you have them double out or whatever.
Right.
Split bowl.
Yeah.
Set up that way.
Yeah.
And for everybody that lives in my neighborhood, which is a bunch of us, we'll just kind of go through them together. And if anybody has questions, and Jody, all of us can get together. It's no big deal. We'll get through these first after a couple weeks of this, and everybody will be used to it. No problem.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. And I'll check in if you need anything. Wayne will be there. He's gonna be kind of helping. I'm trying to teach him how to do the neutralizer and how it works. I told him to step in. I'm not sure. I can't see who's in there right now, but he'll be there, and I will always be there if you need any help.
Okay.
Have any questions?
Perfect.
I think I'm good.
And you said you're gonna send out the video of this?
Yes, I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and I'll put a link in, and I'll just drop it in.
Okay, cool.
I'm recording it on my hard drive right now, so if there's no more questions, I'm gonna stop recording then.
I think I'm good.